Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host, and today we're diving into The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett, a thought-provoking novel that explores themes of identity, race, family, and the choices that shape our lives. Through the lives of twin sisters who take drastically different paths, Bennett weaves a powerful story about the legacy of trauma, the complexity of identity, and the ways in which our pasts can shape us, even when we try to leave them behind. Let's dive into the compelling world of The Vanishing Half, so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. The Vanishing Half begins in the 1950s in Mallard, a small, fictional town in Louisiana, unique for its population of light-skinned black residents. Mallard's residents take pride in their fair complexions, and the town's founder envisioned a place where each generation would marry lighter and lighter, distancing themselves from their black heritage. This obsession with colorism sets the stage for the story of Desiree and Stella Vignes, identical twins who grow up in this community that is both proud and deeply conflicted about its identity. The twins are inseparable as children, but their lives take a dramatic turn when they run away from Mallard at 16, seeking freedom and new possibilities in New Orleans. However, their paths soon diverge. Stella, passing as a white woman, leaves her sister behind to start a new life, completely erasing her past and her black identity to marry a white man. She moves to California, where she builds a life of privilege and secrecy, hiding her true heritage even from her own husband and daughter. In contrast, Desiree eventually returns to Mallard after escaping an abusive marriage, bringing with her a dark-skinned daughter, Jude. Desiree's return to Mallard with Jude stirs the town, challenging its ingrained values and forcing residents to confront their biases about color and identity. The novel unfolds over several decades, following the lives of Desiree and Stella, as well as their daughters, Jude and Kennedy. Each of these characters grapples with questions of identity and belonging, shaped by their mother's choices and the secrets that surround them. Jude, growing up in a town that views her dark skin as an anomaly, struggles with feeling out of place. Her experiences in Mallard inspire her to seek her own path, eventually leading her to California, where she crosses paths with her cousin Kennedy, Stella's daughter. Kennedy, who knows nothing of her mother's true background, has been raised with privilege and views herself as fully white. The relationship between Jude and Kennedy is complicated, marked by both fascination and tension, as they represent two sides of a fractured family and two radically different experiences of race. As the novel progresses, Bennett delves into the inner lives of Stella and Desiree, exploring the consequences of Stella's decision to pass as white. Stella's choice brings her material comfort and societal acceptance, but it also isolates her, trapping her in a life built on denial. Her decision is not without sacrifice. She lives in constant fear of exposure and wrestles with guilt and loneliness, having cut ties with her family and abandoned her black identity. Stella's struggle reveals the emotional toll of assimilation and the pain of severing connections with one's roots. She becomes a complex, tragic figure, caught between the freedom her choice afforded her and the personal cost of erasing her past. Desiree, on the other hand, faces the challenges of returning to Mallard, a place she once fled from but is forced to confront as she raises her daughter. Desiree's resilience shines through as she rebuilds her life and reclaims her identity. Through her experiences, Bennett explores themes of reconciliation and resilience, illustrating how people can reclaim their identities even after trauma and loss. Desiree's love for her daughter and her efforts to protect her underscore her strength, even in the face of the town's judgment and her own painful memories. The reunion of Jude and Kennedy brings the story full circle, as each woman learns more about her family's past and begins to understand her mother's choices. Jude's and Kennedy's interactions are filled with a mix of curiosity, resentment, and empathy, as they struggle to reconcile the differences in their upbringing and perspectives. Their connection serves as a catalyst, pushing Stella to confront the life she has built on deception and prompting Desiree to reflect on the love and loss that have defined her journey. The Vanishing Half is a profound exploration of identity, not just racial identity, but the identities we choose, inherit, and sometimes fabricate. Bennett uses the Vignes sisters' divergent lives to examine the ways in which race, class, and family shape who we are and how we see ourselves. Through Stella's passing and Desiree's return to Mallard, the novel highlights the power and complexity of self-definition, as well as the price of self-erasure. Bennett invites readers to consider how the past lingers, shaping our present even when we try to break free from it, and how the ties of family can both bind and estrange us. Brit Bennett's storytelling is rich and empathetic, capturing the nuances of her characters' inner lives with sensitivity and insight. The Vanishing Half is both a family saga and a social commentary, a beautifully crafted narrative that examines how history, identity, and the search for belonging intersect in our lives. It's a novel that resonates on multiple levels, challenging readers to reflect on the invisible forces that shape us and the courage it takes to face them. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-minute summary channel. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Vanishing Half, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading. And remember, the choices we make about who we are can echo across generations, shaping lives in ways we may never fully understand.